I'm gonna dedicate this song to the whales, and I'm going to share this with you all. And it is a work in progress, meaning that this situation that we're dealing with is a work in progress, and it is we, the people, the protectors of the planet, that should be sparked and step forward in the protection of the waters. That's also the protection of the creatures that live within the waters. For those of you that might not be aware, and I don't know the statistics, but there's basically constant movement in the ocean coming from ships, from one end to the other, all over the place. And this, over the last
what?
It's looking pretty cool here when we got here.
Oh yeah, I'd say it's about 60.
So kind of got me thinking.
I'm glad you got to
I watched the patterns of stimulation scatter our moments and fray our perception. Got it coming at me from all angles. Tell me, when do we get to turn it down? Because the silence of spirit is like whales singing. You shout senseless stories and they just stop, disoriented. Can you imagine one of her own forgetting where she comes from? Now technocratic aristocracy, bleeding data, breaking screens. I am set maybe to self-destruct the brainwash in me. Can't get comfortable sidestepping truth now. I wonder, does anyone think about how it's causing insanity? The way we spin circles, debating if we have the right to thrive. The distractions meant to stop us from talking about these things, when apathetically we comply without actually doing anything. So a moment of silence. A moment of deep bass, because as you can feel that vibration within you, imagine
is this your work?
What it would be like to not be able to escape that. And in this moment of silence, let us honor all the creatures within our mother ocean. Here is a prayer for their songs and their eardrums, and for the beaches that have held them as they take their last breath.
Yes, yes.
And for the
like the texture of the wood makes it really difficult to make a straight line, and the color, see, it's almost like using crayons instead of paint. You're like having to be like, so it's way different than like it's like, you know, someone else doing that, but you can even see she wasn't going that, she just did it as a line, so there's gaps. So it makes like a whole different thing.
Right, yeah. It gives it a whole nother feeling.
Every breath we take aligns with the pulse of the ocean, yes. Every deep breath we take aligns with the pulse of the ocean, and every single creature within it that's undulating, we are connected to. So as we take this awareness, let us acknowledge our grid has been affected. These whales and these dolphins are our ancestors. So now a real moment of silence. Thank you all for being here to hold such a prayerful space all the time at any time of day, and to move through the joy and the celebration and the humanness, and also acknowledge that where we're at right now is a time when all of us have a responsibility, and all of you here I know are stepping into that, and all of our friends that are affected by our light are the ones that will help to shift these things on the planet. So thank you for taking that little trek with me. I'm gonna bring it back up a little bit, actually.